My name's Danny Hughes. I'm a professor at KU Leuven, where I lead the Networked Embedded Software Task Force of the Distranet Research Group. We have a team of about 10 people working on all aspects of the IoT, all the way from the lowest level, building things like interesting pieces of hardware, all the way up to cloud-facing middleware. So our role in the project is twofold. On the one hand, we're working on the development of low power and low latency networks, which aim to preserve the great power performance we'd expect from something like 6TiSCH, while dramatically reducing latency, especially for scenarios like mobile robotics control. On the other hand, we're also working on the low power robotics platforms themselves, and specifically we're developing battery-free robots that generate much less pollution because you don't have to throw away batteries and can be recharged in seconds as opposed to hours. So in terms of network results, our most important recent paper is at IPSN, the leading venue for information processing in sensor networks and low power networks, where we introduce an approach called TUFA. TUFA basically dramatically reduces the energy overhead and also the latency of providing differential privacy in these sorts of low power networks. On the other hand, we're developing radio frequency versions of a protocol called Zero Wire. That resulted in a recent conference paper on the same topic. And then over in the robotics space, we recently published a demo paper introducing our battery-free FreeBot robot. The OpenSwarm project has been transformative for our research group. Until now, we've been working primarily with low-power wireless sensors, doing the same kinds of things, developing novel network protocols, and also producing battery-free and ultra-low power platforms. But this is the first opportunity that we've had to make contact with the field of swarm robotics and to begin applying those techniques there. It's still early days, but what I think that we're seeing is that those same techniques for working without batteries, for implementing low power networking, can have a huge impact on the swarm robotics field. So for us, for my research team specifically, this is a game changer. Stepping back a little bit for KU Leuven, it's obviously wonderful to be able to connect to leading international research groups such as INRIA, Sheffield. Of course, I now have to be very careful to name all of the different research groups, but all the wonderful groups, I'll say, that are a part of the OpenSwarm project. It's generating lots of new ideas for us, and yeah, it keeps us fresh. What I would most like to see with our technological outcomes is that for the new network protocols that we're developing, these low latency mobile network protocols, they move beyond the lab and start getting deployed in real scenarios. And the swarm testbeds are fantastic scenarios for this. Extremely challenging, dense networks, hundreds or even thousands of robots within a small space. And the same is also true for our battery-free swarm robotics platform. So my biggest ambition, I think, is that we can get that to a level of technological readiness where we can put it in the hands of researchers who might have limited hardware or low-level embedded expertise and get them building cool, useful applications with it.